The other day, Lucid reported their second quarter financial results that missed the mark, but they reiterated that it would hit its annual production target and confirmed the upcoming Gravity SUV would be revealed later this year. On the news, the stock rose roughly 80 cents on Tuesday. However, if you scroll out to the monthly chart, you can see prices still down near the all-time lows. Before we continue with analysis, let's get into this article from CNBC. Lucid misses revenue expectations after EV deliveries disappoint. A recent capital raise has extended the EV maker's runway by a year into 2025. Pretty much what they're saying is that they have enough capital to run the operations into 2025. The company also said it began to ship vehicles to Saudi Arabia. The country's Ministry of Finance agreed last year to buy at least 50,000 and up to 100,000 EVs from Lucid over the next decade. Regarding the earnings specifics, Lucid net loss for the quarter was $764 million or 40 cents per share. A year ago, they reported a net loss of $555 million or 33 cents per share. So they're just ramping up productions, trying to get those economy of scales going in order to start making profits. Revenue in the second quarter rose to $151 million from $97 million in the same period a year ago. Lucid said in July that it delivered 1,400 Air sedans in the second quarter. That was about 600 fewer than Wall Street had expected. The company delivered 1,400 vehicles in the first quarter of 2023 and 679 vehicles in the second quarter of 2022. So, again, they're ramping up slowly, but they haven't reached any type of economy of scales as of yet. Lucid reaffirmed the production guidance it provided in May when it said that it expected to produce over 10,000 vehicles in 2023. It had originally estimated 2023 productions of between 10,000 and 14,000 vehicles in February, despite a claim more than 28,000 reservations. Now, these numbers are very low compared to other companies such as Rivian, obviously Tesla. These numbers might even be lower than Fisker. Lucid said in June that it struck a deal to supply Aston Martin Laguna with electric vehicle powertrain. That's good news. That's a revenue stream, battery systems, and related technology. In return, it said at the time Lucid will receive about $232 million in phased payments and a 3.7% stake in the British supercar maker. All right. The other thing worth noting is that Lucid has been also cutting prices on their car. For example, they said they would trim the Air prices by as much as $12,000. They would also reduce the price by $5,000 on their Air Pure. And why? Well, this graph kind of sums it up. And you can see how their production is drastically outpacing their deliveries, meaning what people are buying. So to spur demand, they're cutting prices, just like Tesla did earlier this year, which ended up working in terms of selling more cars. Now let's get back into the analysis. Again, prices are trading at all-time lows. If you believe in the company longer term, you can just close your eyes and buy right now, right? Because the stock is down, from the highs of $64, 90+%, right? However, be mindful that on the monthly chart, the price is still trading lower than the 13 simple monthly moving average. However, if you go to the weekly chart, price has been range bound for the better part of the year. To me, which means that we're in this accumulation phase, meaning I don't think price is going to continue to go down like it did drastically over the last 18 months. So what I'm saying is that price is bottoming. Although you have been making lower lows, In terms of momentum, for example, if you use the relative strength index, you would see that the index is making higher lows, which means that we're on the verge of prices moving higher. When that occurs, don't know, but prices definitely bottomed. You have negative divergence when you compare it to RSI. Um, Now, I would not buy straight out. I would need some confirmation for Lucid, because have you seen from the other EV makers, Neo, Rivian, they all have been going up, and so there's a reason why Lucid is not going up. Again, their deliveries, their production is not that much, and it takes a lot of capital to get into the car making business. All right, so the weekly chart suggests that you do have continued resistance, which was support at the $8 level. So pretty much your upside is limited to $1. Personally, I would like to see prices on the weekly chart break the resistance band at $8 in order to say, okay, the bottom has been confirmed. I would also like to see the moving averages. This is a 26 and a 13 simple moving average. I would like to see a bullish crossover. That'll be another sign that the bottom has been confirmed. Let's go to the daily chart. And upon closes above the weekly support resistance band at $8, I would like to see on the daily chart prices above the 200-day moving average, definitively above the 200-day moving average. Right now, this is going to serve as resistance, dynamic resistance, but once prices breach and close definitively above the 200-day moving average, that dynamic 200-day moving average is going to serve as support. So Lucid is not a buy at this time. There's other opportunities in other EV makers if you want to get into the EV space. Stay patient. Wait for more confirmation before getting into Lucid. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.